Yeah. Welcome to Under the Tea, the place where we have drama, nothing but drama, and we shit on places that demonize lollies. My name is Mom, and welcome to the show, everybody. We have a special guest here tonight. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Ayu. I am a Cupid boy from another world, and I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Of course, of course. Lumi, Mizu, how are you guys doing tonight?
I played Elden Ring.
You played Elden Ring.
I worked and I was laughing at two geriatric old men.
By the way, chat, we're not going to talk about it tonight because it's boring and political, and we don't talk about politics on the stream ever. But there is the American presidential debate going on tonight. We recommend watching this.
Everybody in the world is watching.
Yes, we recommend watching this because this is more funny. Maybe. I hope so.
If you need a laugh, then definitely go to it.
So, stay here. Really quickly, chat, before we get started. Again, like I mentioned last time, since we just barely got fan funding, if something happens before the stream starts, we'll acknowledge it. If there is a super chat during the topics, if it matches with what we're talking about, we'll read it out. Otherwise, we'll reserve time for it during the middle or end of the stream, and we'll make sure that everything gets read out. We'll spend all the time in the world to make sure it's read out. So really quickly, before we move on to anything else, Winter Dragon 2004, welcome to the channel. Thank you for becoming a tea spiller. Hope that you enjoy all of the emotes. We have more emotes, chat. We have a couple Mizu emotes, and I should be able to add one or two more tonight, hopefully. Oh my goodness. It's been quite a crazy week. We had to kind of be picky and choosy with our topics because there's been so much that's going on. We have this VGen topic tonight that we're going to talk about here. There was a Twitch streamer, a Twitch VTuber that got banned that maybe we'll talk about at some point later down the line. There was also a couple of VTuber award shows that are going on, and there's some drama that's going on with them. So maybe we'll get to talking about those later on the line. We'll see. But there's a lot to talk about tonight. There's quite a ton of stuff.
It's basically like an onion. Like there's too many layers.
There's too many layers.
Yep.
Way too many layers. And
Also, chat, we reached out to VGen to get a statement from them, and we got one. But it's nothing that they didn't already say in public, so it's not like anything super interesting. It's just kind of like, here's a collection of everything we've already said, and it's like, well, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more like substantial.
Pretty much. We'll read it.
But
oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, may as well read it for propriety and all that.
Yeah, we'll read it for transparency's sake. We'll really quick here, let's back up. We'll start with the VGen thing because this came across my desk a couple days. Let's see. This was Tuesday night, I believe, that I first saw this. When a let's see, is Bandy a VTuber? I believe they are.
Yeah, it's Bandit.
Okay.
He doesn't stream very much though. Yeah.
Okay, so Bandit tweeted out at first I thought it was them because they tweeted the thing, but as I read it, like they outlined that it was you that was getting flamed on by VGen, and I had to look into it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I'm gonna let you know right now, I have a bit of a bias at VGen right now. And it's very mixed because I kind of like the service VGen, and I think a lot of artists initially, and you probably will agree with this, in the beginning, it's a decent service. I will say that having a service for artists to connect with people to buy is kind of difficult. You know, there's not very many services that do it well. I would say that Pixiv has a decent system for it. I would say that DeviantArt probably does. I don't use DeviantArt, but VGen was really kind of like the first of its kind that was made for people that are artists, for artists and people to kind of come together. But
yeah,
ever since it's... Oh, so go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was definitely like a lot of people were trying to get in, and like it was really popular. Like there were like hundreds of people per week like getting in, and so like I worked really hard to get in and get verified on the service, which is like an extra step you have to do to even get on the front page.
Yeah. So like, it's a very and I would say in the beginning they were very close knit. Like you said, it's not very easy to get on there. However, as time has gone on, I've noticed that there have been some very interesting cracks with VGen, and I'm going to talk about them kind of as time goes on. But the thing that kind of prompted this was the email that you received here, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Full disclaimer, chat, I forgot to add. Let me switch some things around here while I'm switching over. I forgot to fix the screen here for 4 people. So while I'm doing that here, you guys talk for just a moment.
Talking.
Thank you.
Subjects.
Where is it? There it is. Window capture.
I just indeed.
Sorry, what did you say, Mizu?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Said crack is whack.
Crack is whack.
Where is it? Why is it not showing?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Jinx. I said it first. Haha.
It's just like my biggest gripe with VGen personally is just letting people give away VGen codes. There should be a rule saying that if artists have like invite codes to invite other artists, don't let them raffle them off to just anybody, because I have seen people do the
like
raffle,
VGen raffles.
like,
yeah.
hey, so if you do this, like, no, post your commission examples here, and then like half the time, how like do the artists really check if it's like, you know, their actual art half the time?
I'm pulling up my what it says, because there's like a section that's like on invite codes.
Wait, where did it go?
Yeah, there's literally nothing to it. You just,
Why did it?
I don't know, like there's just a little tiny rule thing that's like, who should I invite? And it's like, be careful who you invite. Theft is not allowed on VGen. NSFW is allowed, but not NSFW, Loli, or Shota. And just like, that's literally it. There's like nothing to it. And I kind of agree that you shouldn't be able to raffle them off, because it should definitely be like to trusted friends. But
Yeah,
it definitely is a bit contradictory though, because VGen also does like raffling them off, I guess, kind of. So yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like I have a friend that's been wanting to get on VGen for a while, and he does like, he, in my opinion, does like really, really lovely art and stuff, but hasn't gotten a code from anybody. And I'm just like, okay, come on. There's artists that are trying to get in and showing off their work, but then like how are these scammers and everything getting in? Ugh.
I've actually seen quite a bit of like stolen art on VGen, so it's definitely not as like safe as it is advertised.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, how long was it ago? Like a couple weeks ago, where they had to shut down a scammer, and it was even more recently. And I know a lot of artists were upset by this, where they said that if you used Stripe, you actually had to finish the artwork before your funds were released. And I know that hurt a lot of artists' feelings, and we kind of talked about this, the 3 of us, when we saw it, because I think a problem that VGen has is because they're just letting anybody onto the platform without doing any sort of vetting or like making sure that they can trust the artists. Letting just anybody on, you're gonna have issues with people that scam. And when there's scammers, there's chargebacks. And when there's chargebacks, payment processors are not happy. So I think we talked about this. When they made that change, most definitely it was a payment processor that was in mind when that happened.
Yeah. And it's like, I get why the artist would be a little upset about it. But if they need emergency commissions and emergency funds, that's when you direct that shit over to Coffee. If they're quick commissions that you can get done, then accept them on Coffee. If they're larger projects, use VGen. Honestly, there's it's not a hard concept.
Yeah, like I have my commission set up on both VGen and Ko-Fi. I don't know how to say it. I hear it a million different ways. I'm just gonna say Ko-Fi. But so like if I do need like a quick fast like thing, then you go to Ko-Fi. But if it's like a long thing, like I have a current commission that's both a rig and an art commission. Yeah, it's definitely like a VGen process because it's a lot easier to talk to your clients and just kind of like get everything right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So what we're trying to say here, chat, is VGen is not like as spotless as I feel like some people think it is. I definitely like was apprehensive to it, and I feel like my gut interpretation of things is almost always right. And now I'm noticing some issues with it. It's not to say I won't use it, because I think that if somebody recommends me an artist, I will probably use VGen as a platform. But like as a wider service, I don't feel really safe with it. And I use story is definitely a big reason why I'm more apprehensive with it. So let's go ahead and jump into this story. You wrote a doc. Did you want us to start from the doc, or do you want to start from Bandit's tweet here?
Start from the tweet, then we go to the doc, because like it kind of all centers around this tweet. Okay,
sounds good. So let's see. This was posted on June 25th. Bandit says, "My friend just got this email over this drawing. What the fuck?" Skull emoji. And this email is from Michael, and Michael is from VGen. Do we know if they're like any form of customer support or like what their position is?
No, all I know is like they just have been there for 2 weeks and they needed more training. That's all I got.
That's great. Oh my gosh. Are those messages in your doc? I was able to skim through most of it. I didn't get a chance to read it all word for word.
The new messages from like yesterday aren't.
Okay.
But majority of them are and everything. But I can always like just share screenshots and shit.
Okay.
But what I got from Muncha, who's the co-owner, said, "I didn't note this earlier, but it's Michael's second week at VGen. We should have definitely had more oversight to make sure he was better trained."
Okay. Okay. Ow, damn. So I'll go ahead and read this to get the discussion started here. And by the way, chat, I will let you know right now, I did have the art pulled up. For YouTube's mind communities, I've gone ahead and added some censors so that they won't get mad. But we'll go ahead and show it afterwards, because you guys are going to want to know what the issue was. Good evening. I apologize. Ayuaki
Aikawa.
There, thank you. I'll just say Ayu. That's all right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm horrible with pronunciations. Good evening, Ayu. We are sending this message to let you know that while assessing your profile, we came across some images that were not safe for work. Loli/Sota, for example, and then they give this Twitter link here. For better clarity, it was posted in one of your services images. As such, we are sending a reminder that art of such nature is actually against VGen's terms of service and could result in a ban. This is a one-time warning. Also, we would recommend taking down images of such nature, as we have artists that could potentially come across such art on your profile and may report it to us, which may result in an investigation. Thank you for your understanding. So
that last sentence kind of kills me because I was so confused when I got that.
I really like how they're like, just to let you know, somebody may be looking at your profile in the future, so you better make sure that you're keeping yourself squeaky clean, because we're letting the people come and look all over you.
You know what's so funny is I'm like 99% sure I know who reported me, because they told me that it was a reported case.
That's pretty funny.
It's kind of funny that they like would actively do that though, that like they would actively tell you that someone reported this, because like that's gotta cause like issues, you know?
Yes, it is gonna cause issues. Really quickly, could you tell us a little bit about the art that you draw while I'm pulling up this picture?
So I just like I don't know, I guess I just draw. I've been drawing for too long, I guess. I fucked up my hands in high school, so I had to like relearn how to draw actually. But I just do commissions, and sometimes I give gifts to my friends of art. So my friend Bandit, who's the one who posted the tweet, he has this character called Yumi, and I wanted to draw Yumi, and so that's it. That's literally it. But Yumi has a daughter who is like forever 12, and they look quite alike.
Right.
And so I messed up the colors because I got the wrong reference. So it was Yumi, but just a few of the colors were flipped, and I'm also a bit colorblind, so that's a bit of the issue too.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, but like, is Loli / Shota part of your normal art? Because like,
No.
Okay.
Like I don't like usually draw it. I'll draw it like every now and then if I have, like if it's for a commission or whatever, but it's not my like style of choice. And I'm always like, IU is like, my VTuber is a full grown adult, and yeah.
Right, but it's not like, that's not what you normally draw. That's like if I opened up your VGen right now, that's not what I would see on it, basically.
No.
Right, okay.
I
So,
have like 2 posts. I
right.
think.
Right. So, chat, really quickly, I feel like it's important for context here, and I'm gonna pull up the screen really quickly here again. Everybody thought it was this image, and I can understand why everybody would think that, because I had a hard time finding it. I actually had to ask IU what the image was, because for the moment, I thought it was, for some reason, everybody kept thinking it was this. Like, I had people asking me, because when I said I was going to talk about this, everybody was asking me, is it this image? Here. It is not this image.
I mean, literally in the email, they gave me the link, and they said for better clarity, it was posted in one of your services images. So I don't know how I was supposed to interpret that it, like how else was I supposed to interpret about the fact that was posted in my in my service, which it wasn't.
Right. So wait, it wasn't even posted on your you didn't even post it on your VGen then?
No, the art was posted on my VGen, but that art wasn't. Like, the art that they linked, I hadn't even liked or retweeted it, nor seen it. So I was so confused by it, and I just like, I was so mad about the fact that I got a warning for like nothing.
Right. Okay. Well, chat, here, would you like to see what the actual offending art is? Again, I did do some censorship just to appease YouTube here. This is it. This is what got the warning for being Loli / Shota. Now, again, it's kind of hard to make out what you're looking at here. And by the way, I don't know if it's showing up on stream for you guys, but if you just scroll up a little bit, you'll see the image. Is this...
The image is also on my Twitter if you want to see like the full thing.
Yes.
So yeah.
Is this supposed to be a Loli or a Shota?
No. Yumi the character is 200 as like stated there. Like the body I don't find is very Loli. It's definitely more aged up. And the reference I used was like it's modeled after an adult. Yeah, well, no, yeah, like I censored it, but maybe I could have got away with not doing it. But the reference you used was definitely way too curvy to be a Loli. Yeah. Like had it's more like it's full like triple D's and like thick thighs and everything. No, yeah, I agree. Very clearly a petite woman. Yeah. So this is the offending picture, chat. They called Loli / Shota material. That is what the offending material was. Kind of crazy. And when I actually figured that out, I was kind of brain blown. As somebody who like sees a lot of Loli show on Twitter, I was expecting to see something a lot smaller before you sent it to me, and seeing that I was kind of confused. I don't know. Like, yeah, because I'm friends with a bunch of lolicons and shotacons, and like myself, I don't mind it, and like I do enjoy some of the content of it. But that was so funny to me that was considered Loli when it wasn't even close. Yeah, like the height of consent. Yeah, the flat chest of consent.
Well, if
Like-
we want to cover it ahead of time, they have now told us what they consider lolly, and they've given us a flow chart.
Do you want to do that now?
The flowchart was so confusing. I could not understand it.
I can pull that up now if you want.
Yeah, we should pull up the flow chart, but
Alright.
I don't know if other people feel the same way as me about this, but I always feel very uncomfortable with when people refer to lollies as a real child and use specific lines of logic to explain why something is or isn't a lolly. So one of the specific things on the flowchart that comes off as really creepy if you think about applying it to a real person is somebody who is a, quote, petite adult but acts mature. It's like, are you saying that the kid acts mature, it's okay?
Yeah.
Because you're not.
Here,
This logic it sounds really creepy when you actually apply it to a real person.
Yeah, and like it's kind of like with this policy kind of thing, like with that flow chart, it's kind of crazy because it like I could have like a G cup girl, like thighs and everything, like 6'2", and I could state that she was like 12 or something, and they would take it down. Like that is just kind of like wild to me.
No, it is pretty wild to me too. So let's go through this here. We're gonna have like a little bit of a game chat. Hopefully you can hear. I'm gonna zoom in, chat. Can I zoom in? Will it let me zoom in? It will not let me zoom in, sadly. So that's about as good as you'll have to see on the podcast chat. But
I mean, you could probably right click, open image
Oh,
in
you're
new
right.
tab.
you're right. Hold on. All right, give me a moment, chat. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can do that. I can do that. Yeah. Let me smart here, chat. This is why all of us have to be together. All right. This is not safe for work on VGen. It's an interesting color palette choice. Evaluating suggestive / sexual artwork based on VGen's TOS. All IRL NSFW is strictly prohibited. Which makes sense. Lumi, would you like to start at the top here with a canon age?
All right. Canon age. Are they a child? Yes. Consideration. Are they explicitly aged up? Or if you go no, what's their visual age? Or unknown, what's their visual age? Do they look like a child? Yes. Acting age or no, and it goes all the way down. But for considerations, are they explicitly aged up? Yes. I need you to go down a little bit.
There you go.
Okay. Which one's yours? There it is. Okay, are they explicitly aged up? No. Not allowed. Yes. Visual age, do they look like a child? Yes. Acting age, are they trying to seem like a child? Yes. Not allowed. No. Allowed. Do they look like a child? No. Allowed. So it's like
This is quite a fun game.
They are basically doing the whole does it look like a duck, does it sound like a duck, does it act like a duck argument.
Yeah.
No, yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
It doesn't even like work with like the acting like a child, because so many things are considered acting like a child, like depending on the person or culture you're from. Like there's
Playing video games by itself is seen as childish
Oh, yeah.
to a lot of people.
Chat, by the way, we're all childish because we play video games. Are we banned from VGen?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Liking anime is considered childish to like a large swath of the population because it's seen as watching cartoons.
What if I am a cartoon though? Oh my
Exactly.
God.
Now you're just
We're all
default a
cartoons.
child.
Oh my goodness, we're all banned from VGen. We're all children, chat. You see how
Oh my
ridiculous
God.
this is?
Yeah, like it's just like you can say one thing and it'll just completely like invalidate every single thing.
I always think about, I forget at what point it happened, but very controversial artist Shadman at some point just started including, anytime he would draw a character that was clearly underage, he would give them holding a license, and the license would just say legal age on it. And technically to a lot of these sites, that actually does fulfill all the criteria necessary.
I need to start doing that. Like, I need to just like have like a little ID in the top corner, date of birth, full name, and then just like everything about it. Like, can they drink? Can they like smoke, etc.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't follow Shadman too closely just because he is kind of a bit of a reprehensible guy. But I do agree that like that's kind of the thing that you have to do is say, is this person an adult? Yes.
Well, he started it, and a lot of other artists actually did that for a while, where if they drew somebody that looked young, they would give them like a fake ID that just said legal age on it.
Yeah, and it's like, as long as no other artist follows the steps that he did to draw real people, you're fine. Just do everything but that part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't have an issue with like anything unless it's modeled after like a real child or like
That's reasonable.
that. Like
Once you're in the realm of real people, it gets weird.
Yeah, I would just say avoid real people. Like
Unless you're doing it of yourself, you're allowed to do it of yourself.
yeah, like I'll use myself as reference sometimes, you know. But like it's just like as soon as you bring in something from real life, then it's just super creepy and weird, and it like ugh.
Yeah, unless you get like explicit permission, like he did with Belle Delphine.
Hey, wait, he really asked Belle Delphine?
She probably asked him.
Yeah,
they are both still mutuals on Twitter, and he is still drawing her.
Oh my god.
He's out of prison?
Yeah, he only got arrested for like assault.
Oh, fair. Well, it was assault with a deadly weapon. I thought he'd be behind bars for a hot minute.
No.
And he got caught with like crack or something.
Yeah, he relapsed on the. Yeah, he relapsed on the nose candy.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people know the Shadman lore from just controversial art. I don't think a lot of people realize like how deep the lore goes with that and why he just disappeared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I've heard his name once or twice, but like ultimately I hadn't really like really been around him or anything.
Well, all you really need to know about Shadman is he was very controversial for the way that he drew underage characters and the line that he broke and the line that a lot of people, myself included,
you're getting too complicated, Akko. He drew Keemstar's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his actual toddler age daughter.
He also drew
some girl from
the Wolverine.
What's it called?
He drew the girl from the Wolverine movie.
In Stranger Things.
Yes. He also drew
the blind girl that's from Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, like,
that's wild.
That's the example. Like, if you want any example for what is unacceptable, that is the only one that I know of. Yeah. It's just a quick rundown.
And it's like, with all these people complaining about like small VTuber lolly artists and stuff, they really are sure quiet with Shadowman's account because it's still up and running. It's shadow banned all hell, but it's still there.
Well, I think they're quiet with mostly like talking about real people. Because anytime there's like abuse from like a real person, from like a VTuber, everybody's just like, oh, we'll talk about it for 5 minutes and then we'll ignore it forevermore. But they'll talk about somebody that drew lolly artwork 7 years after it's gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Personally, like the keyboard warriors of Twitter are so weird because it's like they get so pissed over it and like call it like real like CSEM, but then it's like they don't do anything past swearing you and telling you to like sewer slide.
Oh, I agree. What the thing that's most crazy is recently we saw somebody where somebody was like, well, if you think this is actual CSAM, why don't you go to the police? And they're like, oh, I know it's not, and I know that I can't do anything about it. I'm still going to slander you and call you these things. And it's just like,
was it that like Ushigo person or whatever?
Who?
Like, it was this one person. I put them in my doc actually, because I'm pretty sure they're the one that reported me. But I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Oh, Usagi?
Yes, yeah.
Oh man, that person is
in like a little.
That person's
I got in a little
insane.
fight with them. I got in a little fight with them, and I'm literally after that, and after like I blocked them because I saw their profile and just everything, I got the report. So like I'm like 99% sure it was them.
Man.
Usagi goes on this tirade of Loli bad like every few months for engagement bait.
That's all they do it for. And at the end of the day, chat, that's what most of these people do it for. I don't know if it's conscious or subconscious, but these people only do it for engagement bait. It's not really good engagement bait, in my personal opinion, because Twitter is really where you can't really make money off of Twitter unless you're Tim Pool or Elon Musk. But beyond that, like, you can't really make money off of it. So, like, I don't know why these people think that getting fake follows and fake clicks are going to help them out too much in the long run. Because all they get is ass pads.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I don't know.
The Usagi person blocked me after I sent like one message.
They didn't block me, but like it's so funny their responses compared to people who are like disagreeing with them versus people who are agreeing. Like if you disagree with them, they'll be like, okay, ... and like sure ... But if you agree with them, they'll go on like a full like 5-paragraph rant about it. Like, oh my god, if you're gonna like say something controversial, at least be able to back it up and not just say sure ...
Well, they can.
Yeah, all I sent them was, I'll never understand why people care so much about drawings, especially when every single group that actually cares about children is begging you to leave the drawings alone, because it ends up flooding their helplines with irrelevant nonsense. And they immediately blocked me.
Oh, I saw a really good thing in the chat from Miguel. What happens when you falsely report another artist in VGen? That is not something I actually thought about. And like, they should probably do something about that because they know who reported, I'm assuming. And like, obviously I was cleared. So it's like, I feel like there should be like a 3-strike rule.
They're not
like,
gonna do anything.
Yeah, but like, I should probably talk to them about that.
I'm
but
telling
I don't really
you.
Want to talk to the coroner again.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Well, because once you have a bunch of people on a platform like that, you actually are now in competition with other people. So what's to stop like artists who aren't making the front page of VGen just sending false reports on the people that are on the front page?
Yeah, chat, hey, VGen, you might want to fix that, because a lot of artists on VGen are very competitive and willing to do a lot. All right, like people talk about mean girls. In the world of art, there are some very big mean girls that will go out of their way to be on the front page. So
not just mean girls, but scammers.
Well, scammers
I've already
too.
seen scammers and bots.
Yeah, there's the whole art lore thing on like TikTok and stuff. Like, there's like, if you're a beginner or bad at art, you'll be posted as art lore, and it's like basically just like a community joke that everybody makes fun of you. And like, it's totally like that in VGen too. It's like, you're like, it's definitely, you're not verified, because once you get the verified badge, you get on the front page, etc., and you don't have to like, people don't have to go out of their way to like try and find you. So it's definitely like, if you don't have the verified badge, you're like worthless.
Right.
And you have to, by the way, you have to earn $100 within a month to get verified.
$100.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's. I mean, I'm not.
So with some people,
person.
it's probably pretty easy. Like if you're doing a huge like rigging and stuff, you could probably get it from like one person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
if you're doing like single little emotes for like $5 a pop, you'll almost like never make it.
No.
Yeah, for me, I'm not really like a popular artist. Like, I'm very small, but it took me 5 months to finally get verified, and then I had to wait another month to even like get processed, because they have to like manually look at your application, which I mean is fine, but like like a month. So like in total, it took me like 6 months, half a year to get verified, and yeah, it's just kind of baloney.
I would say that is probably just because they are a group of 11 people that can't do much.
They're just small.
They're small startup chat.
See, I get that they're like a small business or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, how many? You're in such a niche field already. Like, you're not doing all artists everywhere. You're not doing like DeviantArt numbers for every community imaginable. You're doing specifically artists interested in like VTubing stuff.
For the most part, yeah.
So I feel like you've narrowed it down so small that it can't be that bad.
Yeah. It's interesting.
What's stopping someone from verifying themselves by sending themselves $100? Fair.
I thought about doing that, but I decided not to because like I had a feeling that they would like kind of check that, but it is what it is.
I don't know. I can understand your worry about that, but I don't know. Unless like they can see the back end of payments from Stripe going out of your account and then going back into it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like you have to make a profile and stuff, so it's like your payments do get tracked.
Yeah.
So they can really like see, and I'm pretty sure they see also what you send clients. So there's that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of little things here that I see. And normally, chat, one or two little things isn't an issue for me, but multiple little things often create a big problem, and I'm starting to see
my thing isn't that there's a couple of little issues, even though that is a problem. It's that they seem very not wanting to look into issues when it's brought up to them. They seem to just kind of wanted to dismiss them and wave them under the rug, like, it's not really a problem. Like, no, it's a problem. We need to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, hold on.
It's like a really big problem. Like there's VGen is just kind of like I feel like they're a bit in over their heads, and now it's starting to like fall back on them.
Give me one moment. Okay, there we go. Okay. Do we want to read this?
Here.
What, the message from them?
No, not the message, the
Document.
the document. I figured it was a good
wasn't
idea.
that the original plan to read the document?
Yeah, that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and read this here. Hold on, just one moment.
I made this at like 3 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. So like, there's absolutely like no punctuation and everything is a bit messed up, but I did my best.
Oh, that's fair. That's totally fine. Okay.
I mean, it looks better than like most of the call-out docs that I see, so...
Yeah.
My favorite are the one-page call-out docs, and they like start it at the beginning as if it's gonna be just this massive essay, and it's like 3 points they could have put in a tweet.
Yeah.
I made a
I know
okay. Whenever I make
exactly
documents,
which one you're referencing.
whenever I make documents, I do every detail because like there's two sides, so I'm showing both sides like very clearly, and I once made a 36-page document about sexual harassment and how this person had sexually harassed someone, like including me, like 17 people for like over 2 years. And like it didn't get read, and I was pretty mad about that. I did like 36 pages.
That's a lot.
Like you posted it to Twitter and just nobody paid attention to it.
It got 22k views, but like the person just didn't, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, nothing came of it.
Yeah, instead I just got death threats and had to admit myself to a psych ward.
That's rough.
Yes. Yeah, that is rough. Okay. I have this pulled up here. Do you guys have the screen pulled up?
Yeah.
No, because I have them pulled up. I can't have both.
Oh, good. Okay. Here, let me link you the document here, really quickly.
I can have one or the other.
Let me give you the document then, and I can send it to you. There you go. Okay. So we'll go through as much of this as we can before you have to leave, and we'll get to everything else. We might skim a little bit just so that we can get through it. But would you like to start reading, Ayu, since this is your document?
Oh yeah, sure. So it all started with the tweet that we saw, and so I wasn't really like given any credit for this or like anything, so I just kind of wanted to make this whole thing to sort it out. So hi, so I'm the person who got this email. I was talking to my friend Bandit, and he asked if you could post it. And now we are here because like it kind of started with his art.
Yeah.
So basically, I had made art of my friend Bandit's OC Yumi. In the art, Yumi is an adult, modeled after an adult, and Yumi herself is an adult, 200. Like she's 200. Michael saw the art, thought it looked like a minder, linked the tweet in the email to a different character of my friend Bandit, then without even checking with me to see if it was a proper character, sent me this warning. And so it was horribly worded, and like I don't understand how anyone would understand it. So then I like emailed them back confused as to why I was being warned for my friend's art.
Yeah.
And then they replied, and I said, "Hi, I'm here. I don't understand why I'm getting warned for something that's not even my own art. I didn't even retweet said art, nor is it NSFW. If I'm not allowed to just be friends with said person, then that's messed up," because I was really confused by it. And then Michael from VGen replied back and said, "Hi, are you? The reason why I linked that is because I've already deleted the image off your service on your profile. It was the last image that pertained to the character. My apologies for not being more clear on that. The service in question was this, and it just links to the service, and it says, let me know if you have any other questions or concerns, and I'll be happy to answer them."
Okay.
But by this point, I was like, with something like as serious as this, is like warning my account and like possibly getting it taken down, I was pretty like taken back by how unprofessional they were.
And he opens with, he's just like, I've already deleted it, so.
He's already gotten rid of the evidence. Sorry, listen, I'm blaming you for this crime, but I'm not gonna let you see what you committed. You just did, and you have to believe me when I say that you did it. Is that okay?
See, I'm wondering about the already deleted part. If the person you sent it to, because I know how like VGen sends them the images, can they not download it? Like if they haven't already downloaded it?
The thing is, it wasn't a service. I was just art I had done, and I added it to like,
fair.
the portfolio type thing.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if you were actually sending it to someone and they could delete it from like the VGen send email, that would be so bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine opening it up like, your art is done, open it up and it's just empty and it says we deleted it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Loli, we deleted it.
You have like, well, you can contact your clients, but like that'd be so funny. Like, just like.
Well, because think about like if you're not friends with like the artist or anything, and this is the only time you've talked to them, you'd probably feel scammed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the artist has like messages off on like every social platform.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
Sorry, I just wanted to point that out because it sounded weird that they just straight deleted it without any.
Sorry, you killed someone, and we're telling you killed someone, but we don't have the body, so we can't show you who you killed nor what you killed with. Like, not my issue.
Yeah, that's
like, sorry.
It's the extreme
Just
example, but it's the example.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like the tax. It's like the whole tax situation. It's like, we're not gonna tell you how much you owe, but if you don't send us the right amount, then you're going to jail.
They may be changing that soon, by the way.
You think so?
Oh,
wait, they said so?
They've mentioned, that they're looking into changing it, just having a government system instead of like TurboTax and all that, where you just enter in your numbers and it's done.
Oh, that would be.
That'll be happening.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much nicer.
Anyways, back to the document.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I then emailed back explaining it was a completely different character, to which they needed clarification for who I was talking about, which was fair, but then asked to see the art again. They're emailing me about art they took down, and they don't even remember said art that they took down. Like, it's the whole body thing. It's like, you've got to tell us who you killed. Like, yeah. And so...
I'm surprised he didn't save an email or a version of it so that he could send it to you. Because again, unless these people are stupid or exceptional individuals, they would have no reason to think that this was illegal material. So they should have saved it and then just sent it back to you.
Yeah.
Also, don't scroll down, Akko, because the next.
I know. What I was planning on doing is hiding the screen as we scroll down. So. Don't worry, the screen's hidden.
Okay, I was about to say,
I was like,
screen's hidden. The screen is hidden now, so we can scroll down.
Yeah, okay.
Like, we could
I'm-
probably get away with it on YouTube or Twitch, but we'd probably have to cut the segment out at some point.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
The screen is hidden on my end. And Lumi, you're not streaming, are you?
No.
Okay, yeah, then we're good.
I don't stream the podcast.
Okay, we're good then. Yeah, so don't worry. We can scroll down in peace.
You're good, because like it's kind of like scary. Not gonna lie.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm like, I don't want to be the reason why you guys get banned.
Oh, listen, it's totally fine. Here, again, chat, I'll bring it up for you to see the censored
Oh,
version.
if we get banned one day, it's gonna be because one of us have too much hip or too much cleavage.
Again, chat, this is what was deemed inappropriate Loli show material. Okay? This is what was banned. Okay? Okay? Awesome. We can continue here. Excuse me. Do I want to continue with the next part of the email?
Yeah, okay. So I said, thank you for the clarification, but the art was of a different character, Yumi, who was in fact a full-grown adult, 200. The art was modeled off of a full-grown adult. It was in no way a lolly piece of art. To which Michael from VGen replied to me, are you able to show me the artwork again and the character you're referring to? Yumi can be 100 different people and anime characters. And so yeah, I sent them like a thing, and then there's just the segment in the document that just shows the art, which Occo has showed, but censored. And so then Michael from VGen then replied to me that said, thanks for the clarification. Okay, so with your explanation, I'm happy to remove the warning this one time. However, the image can't go back up. The reason being, when people look at this image without any context, we have to base it off of the character appearance more so than the character description / background. So like nothing, like in the end, nothing really matters except what they look like. In this situation, because the appearance without any information appears to be someone under the age, I wouldn't allow it to be posted up. Please be cautious as well, moving forward, that if another image breaks the terms of service, it may place you back into receiving the one-time warning. Thanks again for reaching out and explaining the circumstances. And I was like really mad at this point, but I just wanted to be nice and professional, so I just said thank you for the clarification and removing the warning. I'll make sure to be extra careful in the future. Hearts.
Yeah, I would have been mad because it's just... Like, he just can't say, like, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
The whole thing
Like,
is, oh, thank you for the clarification. I'll remove it one time, but you're not getting it back.
That's very slide.
Like, this, in the end, it's your fault.
I
And,
really don't
please
like
be
that.
more cautious as well. Like, I don't think you understand. This is your fault. I was cautious plenty. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. This is a you issue.
Yeah, so honestly by this point I was pretty mad at the whole ordeal, though I wanted to stay professional. I was later then informed the co-owner of VGen, Muncha, had responded to my friend's Twitter post. And this is where it all kind of goes down. So then Muncha from VGen then replies with, the link in the email leads to a now deleted post, so it's definitely not this quoted one, which is false. As stated in the email, the image in question was on a VGen service, which is why this was a bannable offense since NSFW law ensured it's against our TOS. Please don't spread information. So the thing is, before I was like away, because I fell asleep because I'd been really tired because I had a shift. And so then she replied to the post before I even had replied to the email.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, one, the link was indeed the quoted post, and two, yes, Lolly is against TOS, but in this case, it was not Lolly. And three, accusing my friend of spreading misinfo when Muncha herself did that.
Yeah, they had no idea what they were talking about, and they're coming in here.
Like, people meme on the response you get from YouTube support on Twitter whenever you reach out to them with anything, because we all know it's a bot. But it's unironically a better first answer to people than this is, because it's just, hi, would you tell us more about like the exact issue and what happened? With this, there was no like, could you tell us more about like what image it was? Like, could you send it to us? It's just, no, you're wrong. This is misinformation.
And I have to think that this answer, because again, at this point, VGen has gotten a lot of flack for a couple of different things. So I imagine that Muncha is probably making this response because, like, oh, I have to deal with another fucking thing on my platform that I helped make. And then I can kind of understand that. But this response sounds so bad that I don't see anybody looking at this with good eyes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like, bad response. Bad response. Anyway, we will continue scrolling here.
Well, then we have the update message from them.
Yes.
Where they just reply with, having investigated and gotten more context from Michael about what exactly happened. 1. The artist was reported by a VGen user for not safe for work Loli Shoda for a service sample. 2. The quoted tweet was submitted in the same report as evidence of the character being underage. 3. Michael felt the character in question did look like the character in the quoted tweet and sent the warning to the artist, attaching the tweet as evidence of the character's age. 4. The artist confirmed the character is in fact not this character and is actually an older character. 5. The misunderstanding was cleared and the warning was rescinded. We do not over-moderate, but also do expect all of the content on VGen to abide by our TS, which says no not safe for work Loli or Shoda. Michael apologizes for the confusion the attached tweet may have caused without the additional context, which he explained to the artist in a follow-up email, and have also directly apologized for the confusion. Sorry my earlier confusion and any stress this situation may have caused anyone.
Would have been funny if they said who reported it. Oh, that'll never happen. But there's so many weird antis on the internet. It could be a myriad of people, but like, again, I just think it's funny that they're saying, oh, by the way, this was somebody that reported you. That's why it's being looked at.
Well, we confirmed that it was somebody it was an actual direct report, and it was a report by somebody else on the surface.
I think the thing that bothers me the most is, like, there's so many different ways. Like, if Michael was really afraid, here's what I would have done. I would have taken down the image, but I would have emailed and said, hey, what is this? Because it could be against our terms of service. And I don't know why they didn't do that, because like, again, I know that you're a small company and you have very limited resources here, but you're also a small company and you can get more personal with people and talk with people a little bit more. Like, you didn't have to, like, be blanket, oh, we removed it and we're adding a warning to your account. You could have legitimately looked into this or talked to people before, like, bringing down the hammer here. So, I don't know, this... bad moderation.
Yeah. We want to continue?
Yes, let's go ahead and continue. So, the tweets continue with Maru saying, what do you mean the link doesn't match? They do exactly, question mark, question mark. The quoted post URL and the URL in the email are identical, and anyone with eyes can verify that. And Muncha says, I'm sorry I'm on mobile. It's not a good excuse. But I'm really confused why your post is being linked to an email for your friend. I'll do some more digging. And then correction, not your post / your friend, ops post. And then Ayu says, I'm begging you please just to get the names right. My name's posted right there. Wait, did they get your name wrong? Wait, where did they get your name wrong?
No, they assumed that the Maru person was Aru. Yeah, Aru died.
Oh dear.
You died.
They had to go.
Oh, fair enough. Oh no. Okay.
That's fine, we can continue.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shut that. Well, I thank you for your time tonight. I hope you have a good night and enjoy your time tomorrow. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue here. So, I'll continue reading here. There's a bunch of banter on Munch's end, but this kind of ticks me off. My name is right there in the email, and they couldn't even get it right. Also looks like she did absolutely no proofreading with her statements, which is not really good when you're representing a company. Agreed. And let's see here. I'm assuming this is from Muncha. Hi, Ayu. Sorry again for the confusion that Michael's email caused. I'm glad your warning was lifted. I'm sure you are. I've spoken with the team to make sure we're more clear in emails about what is actually being evaluated versus what was actually sent to us as evidence and how that evidence was specifically interpreted, so this doesn't happen again in the future. By the way, chat, I don't know if we've made this explicitly clear. They used off-site, alright? Off-site materials, okay? To make their determination. Like, I don't like that. I really don't enjoy when companies decide that they're going to use materials from other webs, because like I understand that when there are real crimes being committed, sometimes the police have to do some seeking to find stuff. But like when you're trying to remove an image from your website and you have to reference other materials on other websites, I really feel like you're stepping into a dangerous territory, because at that point you're guessing, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Am I right or am I wrong here? I don't
It's
like
guessing.
this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah. It really shouldn't have just been done at all.
Yeah, here, look, I'm gonna adjust you a little bit. There we go. Alright. Moving on here. I was sent this DM from the co-owner, assuming my response to my previous tweet shown above. I honestly found it to be nothing burger. I ended up DMing back. Excuse me. Also glad the warning got lifted, but I'm really recommend proofreading everything before you send / tweet stuff. There was a big open-end form when you first tweeted versus when I emailed back about the character's age. You made me look quite bad, and I won't lie. I really recommend you get your whole team to read over your tweets, or at least wait until everything's over. I honestly found the experience to be quite unprofessional and disappointing. I expected a lot more, especially from VGen. You guys are a really big company, ? And I widely use this impacted my experience a lot, and this honestly has made me doubt VGen's future capabilities, as a lot of people would definitely agree with you. So, continuing on here. Mancha says, I'm very sorry for my genuine confusion in my first reply. I copied the link from Image Reader on my phone, and the link didn't open anything, so I assumed it was the wrongfully quoted, since as everyone pointed out, and I agree, that quote, retweet, safe for work image made no sense. Why'd you make the post? It's definitely not your fault. Sorry for your negative experience. Regardless, you still didn't even let me answer the email first. You couldn't wait 4 hours. I get you're in charge of a company. You want to fix things fast. BYT. What is BYT?
Yeah.
Oh, it's but. But you really need to be patient, especially with stuff as big as this. Sorry, I thought it was an acronym. You crazy.
Oh, they just
confusing.
missed the Y on the keyboard.
I see. Fair enough. I do that sometimes. The Y and the U are close together. I do that all the time. I think that also goes for a friendship. Posting the screenshot in the first place would definitely appreciate having the chance to privately and peacefully resolve issues without having Twitter misunderstandings all over the place. Either way, sorry again for the confusion with the original email. Either way, we will do better to make sure it doesn't happen again. The big difference is that we aren't a company. I'm not a huge commissioning site making a big mistake. It's also posted based on your original email, which if proofread would have avoided the whole situation. I'm sorry if I sound mean. I don't mean to. You're 2 people and we are 11. So right here, Muncha says that they are 11 people in the company. Again, very small. Very, very small. Are we bigger? Yes, but we have feelings and do our best every way to help artists, including you, ? Yes. Would appreciate a little more understanding than to be posting incomplete emails that don't include the full context. We're not a big corpo. I mean, as far as I've seen, the email is posted above. I don't believe all of them were posted on Twitter, but that's most. I feel like that's most.
It was
of the
just the
context.
one email, the first one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you ready to leave? Yes. Please send IU some love. Again, they're about to go and have a fun day tomorrow, so we deeply appreciate them coming on. They are cool people. So.
Go give them a follow on their socials.
Yes. Pretty much. You guys are still a company. Me and Bandy YT are literally 2 friends who thought this was funny. The fault here is you guys. I hate to say it. The entire email was posted. Context was there. Feel free to post the rest of the emails and how this has already been resolved if you'd really like to be transparent. If not, I understand. We should have done better and we will try so in the future. Sorry either way. Made a fool of and accused of stuff I didn't do. I was also met with passive aggressiveness. Take this as you will, I guess. So that was... Oops. There we go. That's the, that was the exchange between them 2. Now, moving on, Muncha did have a couple other things to say. One of the first things that I will show here is this is what they decided to post as a verification of the rules of VGen. We've already showed the picture here about how NSFW on VGen works. Very funny thing here. I like that they fixed it to who that only they can reply to themselves. That's kind of funny here. So, Lumi, will you read this tweet here?
on. Let me make it bigger on my end because
Here, I can zoom in for you if you need.
my eyes. I need to get new glasses. It's been like 7 years.
Fair enough.
To those concerned, we only take action against content on our site that goes against our TOS, which includes our no Nazi for work, lolly and shota policy. If there are works outside of VGen that break our TOS, that is outside of our jurisdiction. However, when content on our site is reported to us, we do review external information in our investigations to provide additional context, whether that's links to the person who reported the work shared with us, or a quick online search / reverse image search, since we do not recognize every character. This is how we assess not safe for work lolly shota.
Do they really even need to do that? Like, both of your opinions. Do you think that they need to do that?
I don't think they do.
You don't think so? I just find it very suspect that, again, they're like, oh, we don't have to use outside stuff. But then again, they are using outside stuff to make determinations on whether or not something is not safe for work. These are two very different things here. I'm very confused. Okay, so further down, Muncha goes ahead and makes a tweet chain with a lot of extra information here. So we're going to expand all of these here. I'll go ahead and start. First and foremost, very sorry for the poorly written email that caused all the confusion. It was missing a lot of context and caused a lot of worry and distress. We've been more clear in emails about what is actually being evaluated versus what was sent to us as evidence, and how that evidence specifically was interpreted so this misunderstanding doesn't happen again in the future. For additional context, I didn't want to bring this up publicly to avoid causing him excessive stress, but he said it was okay to. This is no excuse, only to add context, but this is Michael's second week at VGen. I don't know why you admit that in a public space. He's very sorry and he should be more careful, and we're sorry, we should have trained him better.
Also, you should probably have replies going out to, like, your artist from the account. Like, from a VGen specific account.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you have, like, the replies going out from, like, people's individual emails. That just seems like a recipe for problems.
Now they're blaming the intern. I know the unpaid intern's getting replaced soon, chat. That's a joke, but...
They might be.
I don't know. For all this kerfluffle. Generally, if they are a child or look like a child and act like a child, then any not safe for work content relating to them is not welcome on VGen. Again, acting like a child... We act like children all the time. Act like a children, right? I can act like a child right now if I wanted to. Am I? Just, the line of thinking is dumb. Expand this here. We stand behind our no, not safe for work lolly shota policy. It's what we're comfortable with. We respect other cultures and sites' decisions to welcome whatever content they're comfortable with. However, we hope that you respect our choices. If you don't feel comfortable that we prefer not to have NSFW lolly shota on our website, then please feel free to avoid our site. We're not trying to push our ideals on you. Please do not try to push your ideals on us. So this is a good tweet right here. Just say you're body shaming. Because
here's the other thing, right? And I said this in a reply to them, like from our account. But you have to consider the space you're in when you say this. Like, you could say people don't need to like force their ideals on you, and to an extent, I agree with that. But you are in a space where this is the normal, and you're saying we don't want the normal here.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't like advertise yourself as the every artist place for VTubers, and then cut off like a major part of VTubers.
Like, probably one of the bigger parts of VTubers, because again, chat, I don't mean to tab the sign, but the most famous VTubers in the world, most of them are lolicons. Very, very proud lolicons. Excuse me.
I mean,
so...
I know I'm not shy when I say that I'm a Shotokan.
So, Muncha, just letting you know, you're really not representing the VTuber space here. Just saying, the VTuber space is not represented by VGen if you're banning, like, effectively a giant chunk of it. You know what I mean? It's just like, So are they saying that you can't draw Gura and put it on VGen? Are you saying that you can't draw Pippa and put her on VGen? Like any Loli VTuber that exists right now, are they not allowed to be on VGen? Like just period? Like, because the problem is, like, here, chat. I'm gonna reference back to this page here. Is Gura a child? Absolutely not. But according to VGen here, they could interpret Gura as a child. Does Gura act like a child? Yeah, I'd say that sometimes she's kind of childish, and that's part of her whole shtick. So guess what? Gura's not allowed to be on VGen, and she's the biggest VTuber in the US side. How that's like... Do you see the problem here? Or Chibidoki? Yeah. I'm not gonna get into that, but...
Chibidoki, the lolly who doesn't want to be a lolly.
Yeah, the lolly that isn't a lolly. Yeah, Chibidoki can't be on there because they have a lolly-ish model, and they act like an exceptional child.
It's the not safe for work lolly.
I know, but it's just like... You see the rabbit hole here, and the issue is like under the wrong interpretation, because again, this is under their interpretations. If these lollies are not in the interpretation that you like, are you just gonna ban all of them? Like, sincerely, if anybody from VGen is watching, are you just gonna ban all of these famous VTubers from your platform? I don't know. I don't know. Continuing on here, it says, oops. I share this to help add more transparency to how we assess lolly shoulda reports when they come in and what content we evaluate on and off the platform. I hope it's helpful to those who care, but I can't stop those who'd like us to not have any restrictions on not safe for work lolly shoulda from being upset, so I will be muting this now. Oh, we'll also be closing the comments. It's a good sign when someone says they have to close the comments.
Always.
Always a good sign. Chat. So, I mean, that's most of it. Like, most of this is pretty much been talked about. Again, I have a couple other things from Bandy. Actually, I did want to show one other thing. Bandy did actually have a conversation with, I think, Muncha about this. I don't think it mentioned. It might later, and I just don't remember. But they did have a conversation with Muncha about this. Basically saying that they listened to me about how convoluted the rules are. From what I understand, they're going to be changing it to, like, if they look like the contents of the drawing is... Wait. If they look and the contents of the drawing is childlike. I don't feel like that's much better. Is that much better?
No.
Because, like, again, if they look like a child and they are being childlike, again, that is up to... That is so broad that I don't know. I don't know. 2 Loomies? Oh, did I accidentally forget?
I'll my coffin PNG.
Oh, I'll fix it when we switch back. But, like...
It's fine.
This is not fixing much of anything, VGen. I don't get it. Characters like Senko be okay, but not Kana. Which one's Kana again?
Kana's the dragon lolly.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's... Again, with that in mind, if Kana's not allowed, again, I don't think Gura would be allowed either. There's no making everyone happy here. I will respect that they don't want lolly content on their platform, but hopefully this helps the rules be clearer and cause less complications for artists. I was told they will note this when they look through reports. At the end of the day, they are a small company. They can choose what to allow and what not to allow on their platform, even if we don't like it. They're willing to sacrifice profit margins for what they think is right. That is their right. Now, chat, that is indeed up to them. I do agree that, like, you know, when you make your own company, here, I'll fix this. It is their right, but in my opinion, that's kind of stupid. When you're making a platform like that, like Like, in my opinion, if you don't want to deal with the Loli show debate, you probably shouldn't have a website like this to begin with, because inevitably that's just a problem that's going to come up and you're going to have to work through it. So I don't know what they were thinking, personally. It's very sad, because again, you're basically telling a good chunk of artists that draw content that is completely fine that you don't want them. So it's insane to me. Not quite sure how that's gonna go for them. A lot of people ended up talking about this. I know Rev said good luck for that. I believe Curry said something about it, but I can't remember. But it's just like, I don't know. Again, this is just one of the small things that is being added on to the problems that they are starting to show. And I'm not quite sure where they go from here. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No thoughts, head empty.
Same.
Fair enough.
It's like with VGen, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, they cater mostly to Western VTubers.
They do.
So
They do.
they have to side with the majority.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I haven't looked into any of the people who run VGen because honestly, I really don't care.
Right.
But like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. We've come to the point where if a service can't handle something as innocuous as Loli, then they should just crash and burn. Is it to that point? I do think that it is. I don't know, because like, at the very least in the Japanese culture, it's so much of a big part of the Japanese culture that I don't know if you can really like be successful without it in the anime world. I don't know. But that was the VGen stuff. That's unironically, that's not the only thing that VGen like got in trouble with this week. There was like another artist that was claiming they weren't getting paid. I didn't look too far into it. Mizu, I know you had a comment about it, but like they apparently said that
no, we said we weren't gonna cover it because it's too confusing.
That's right. That's what I was gonna say.
Nobody's being clear, so it's really better to just not talk about it.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, VGen's like stepping in it, and I don't know where they're gonna go from it. Anyway, that's all for the VGen stuff. Again, I hope they're doing good and that they enjoy their time coming up. I did have a few other things to talk about tonight. That was honestly the biggest one for tonight, but I did have a couple other fun things to talk about. Did you guys know that there's 2 VTuber award dramas going on right now?
No.
So,
I know one of them.
Which one do you know, Mizu?
The person that was complaining that they are over the 10,000 follower threshold.
Yes. So I'm trying. I had some stuff saved for that. I am looking for it right now. So chat, a little bit of backstory. A year ago, it was about a year ago that this VTuber named Petri went ahead and did a small VTuber award ceremony. And I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it, but they did a decent job, in my personal opinion, trying to corral together something without a lot of resources, and it sounds like they did pretty decently. This year they decided to do it again, and well, really quick, last year there was a lot of drama behind it because the argument of what a small VTuber was, and I unfortunately I feel like that's a very open-ended question. Like, what do you guys feel like a small VTuber is?
Anyone who
There's gonna be
would say-
tiers.
There's gonna be tiers. Oh, I feel like tiers are okay.
It's like, I would say people who are under 75 CCV, like, don't meet partner levels,
Yeah.
and also over 5,000 followers.
Mhm.
Well, because one of the controversies for one the other year was they put the CCV threshold so high for getting out of it, you could actually have some members of VShojo counted as small VTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what those numbers were? It was like 500 or 600.
It was a large amount of concurrent viewers.
Uh-huh.
It was like, I think you might be right that it was like 500 or something.
Uh-huh.
It was like if you get 500 viewers per stream, you're now out of it. And it's like, there's some major like genuine corporate VTubers that are not giving 500 viewers a stream.
Right. No, yeah, and that was I know some Ninja Sanji people that are definitely in that small VTuber range right now, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of funny to see that. But no, so they decided this year to make some changes here. I'll go ahead and pull up the tweet that they made here. Let me share my screen again with you guys. This was the updated one this year. I am scrolling because I had a tweet and I'm trying to find it, but basically people were complaining about this again. But it says hidden gems, small VTuber awards nominations are open. To be eligible, nominees must be under 100 CCV average viewers and 10,000 followers / subscribers. Nominations close on July 30th. Now, in my personal opinion, this is actually a pretty decent set. I would say that once you cross these, you're probably out of the quote-unquote small VTuber category. Because, and I actually talked about this with a couple people. If you can average 100 CCV normally, number one, you're a partner on Twitch. Because, what is Twitch? Is it 70 concurrence for partner? I can't remember.
That's 75 CCV.
75?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 75 CCVs to be considered for partner. So if you're at 100, now, let me be fair, that's probably not people are sending you so much money that you can live on your own, but that's still a decent amount, and I personally don't know if I would consider you small anymore, because getting to even 100 is absolutely massive. Hell, most VTubers or streamers in general don't even break out of 10 viewers ever in their lifetime. So having above 100 is considered a big thing for a lot of people. Like I said, I am still scrolling for this, but people were not happy with there it is. People weren't happy with this requirement. Some people were complaining about it, and oh, never mind, I'm blocked by that person.
I was about to say, there's a lot of people blocking you.
Let me I have the screenshots here. Based Ryan with screenshots. They got me the posts I need so I can read this. Potato Master for complaining about how big they are. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. So, Potato Master, sci-fi VTuber, says, if not for my Twitch followership, which is slightly higher than the cutoff, I, with my 92 CCV and 9.9k followers on Twitch, would qualify to be nominated for the Small VTuber Awards. It is of my opinion that should not be the case if the purpose of the Small VTuber Awards is to help give exposure to lesser-known indie VTubers. As it stands right now, people like me who do not need that exposure can use their much larger communities to steamroll categories, giving legitimate smaller VTubers no chance. I know it could not have been easy figuring out what the cutoff should be for Small VTuber Awards, but I personally believe that people consistently reach partner numbers 75 CCV should not be eligible for nomination. Okay.
Which I agree. I agree with that.
Uh-huh. I agree. I 100% agree. Monica, former friend, decided to say, personally, I think the CCV matters more to classify you as a bigger creator. I hate the stigma of, oh, you have a bunch of followers, you already made it, lol, when in reality, it's your CCV that matters. You could have 1 million followers and still have like 50 people, which this is accurate. For those that don't know, it is more common for you to have a way higher amount of followers than you do normal CCVs. In fact, I would say that our stream is kind of an enigma because we have so low subscribers, but we have a pretty active amount of people that tune into our streams. By the way, thank you for that, chat. You guys are amazing. So we are kind of like an enigma because most people, with the amount of subs that we have on our YouTube channel, I would say average between 5 to 10, maybe 15 viewers. So it really depends. It really depends. So the number that I feel like, I don't know, do you guys think that the number Petri chose was fair?
Well, under 75 CCV?
No, so 100 CCV and 10,000 followers is the cutoff. One or the other.
Yeah.
You feel like that's fair? Because I think it's fair.
It's fine.
No, I think it's perfect.
Because it's like, if you have that many followers and you don't have that many CCV, then that just means you're fucking boring. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. And here's a harsh truth, chat. Some people just, they can get a lot of followers. I've noticed this a lot. People can get a lot of followers on Twitch from Twitter. Because I'll be real, the Twitter conversion sucks unless it's Twitch for some reason. And so people can get a lot of VTubers to follow you on Twitch, but they won't ever watch you because VTubers don't often watch themselves. So I feel like those numbers are pretty fair. And I feel like people are just complaining for no reason.
It's like, I'm happy, at least on the YouTube side. I'm starting to catch up with how many Twitter followers that I have.
Very proud.
I would rather, it's like, I don't give a shit about how many people follow me on Twitter, because Twitter doesn't mean jack shit until Elon actually starts incentivizing streaming on there.
I do, but I'm also a narcissist who severely craves attention.
I know you're a narcissist that craves attention, but that's not the argument here. It's like, I would much rather have like 10 followers on fucking Twitter and a couple thousand people following me on YouTube and stuff, because at least those numbers matter, especially to sponsors. Twitter, not so much.
Yeah, like chat, Twitter followers, in the grand scheme of things, sponsors really don't care about that. Mostly just because Twitter's not a place to advertise for a lot of them. But yeah, so Petri's getting flack for this. Again, I made a video on this last year when this happened, and I feel like the people that are complaining about this, same kind of people again, I don't know if it was the exact same person, probably not, but same kind of people that are complaining and whining that, oh my gosh, I can't measure up to these standards, or I'm too big for this, I want to be part of the VTuber show. Shut up. You've made it in some small way. It doesn't matter. And exactly, Farmer Jack, Twitter isn't real. Jedi, Dust, thank you for the 5. It says, I feel like there should be a separation of amateur, hobbyist, and professional getting paid for small streamers, not CC or followers. I feel like the problem with that is, how do you differentiate? People could lie.
Honestly,
I don't think you ever can. Because the actual difference between an amateur hobbyist and a professional is success.
Yeah. And it's like, this goes back to a tweet that I made last week or so. I don't know. Where people, as soon as they reach affiliate, they think they can do content creation full time. They'll quit their job and everything, and they're like, okay guys, this is my full-time job now. And then there's people like, not to toot my own fucking horn, but like people like me, where it's like, I'm not gonna stop working at my job until I can make the same or double of what I'm making there. Yeah. So it's like, I would consider this a hobby until I make it to that point.
Right.
And even then, I'll still work a part-time job, because it's good to have a secure source of income rather than, hoping that people stick around to watch your stuff.
Right. No,
yeah,
I agree.
I mentioned it before. Like, if I suddenly had like a huge growth spurt one day and started consistently making money, I would immediately go part-time and start focusing a lot more on streaming. And I think that's the only real difference between like hobbyist and professional. Because I consider myself hobbyist. If I suddenly started making a bunch of money, I'm immediately going professional. I don't care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but you gotta get there first.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's most people. Like, there is a certain segment of people that go in with the impression that they're going to be in professional, but it just doesn't go anywhere.
no. Never
You
really.
can't really,
Never
I don't even
does.
think you can even go in with that mindset unless you're with a corporation.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can go in with the mindset you're going to be a professional if you get picked up by HoloLive, but that's because they are a corporation. You are effectively getting picked up for a specific job.
Yeah.
That's very different from trying to do it yourself.
Pretty much. And it's just like, you see this. I see this with a lot of VTubers. A lot of people. They get affiliate and they think they've made it, and it's just like, bro, that's the 3 average viewers. You got 3 average people in your life that you can ask to watch your streams. This is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hell, I would say partner isn't even worth anything either. Let me tell you, the greatest feeling in the world, and I just felt it again because we got it on our podcast channel. Greatest feeling in the world is getting monetized on YouTube. Because not only do you need to hit 1,000 subscribers, but you need to hit a certain amount of watch time. And that in itself is a feat. Now, obviously, we're not going to quit our jobs. Which, I mean, it'd be nice. But we're not going to quit our jobs and just go ham into the podcast right now. Because it's not enough to do. But I would say that if you are settling for the 50 follower, 3 CCV affiliate badge, quit. Because that is not the place to stop. The place to stop is when you can look at your bank account and say, I'm comfortably getting $3,000 to $4,000 a month. I can quit my job and live off of that. And that is way more CCVs down the line. It's not 10, 20, or 30.
And it's like, that doesn't even count like any super chats if you're on the YouTube side, or bits or tips or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, I would want to make, you know, let's see, what's double of what I would need right now? Like $2,500
Yeah.
is what I would want to make base without tips.
And
Because
that's,
say if I have a bad stream day and I don't get much, it's like, oh well, fuck. Well, there goes I guess I don't have rent this month. So it's like, I want to make that much base, and then any extra from, like, you know, tips and everything would go to reinvesting into the stream.
yeah. And that's, with what you said, that's already on top of what your partner makes. So like, you and your partner would still be working it even if you made that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you would just be streaming while he has his normal job, basically. So it's
Yeah.
and that's like, that works. I feel like that would work. But like, that's like half of the goal. But people don't have that mindset. Some people just have the mindset where they're like, oh, I can sustain myself. And it's just like, bro, you need a lot more than just a couple bucks here and there from your friends. Like, it's nice to get a Starbucks every once in a while, but I don't know. So I told Petri I wish her well. If there's more drama to talk about with the VTuber Awards, because it hasn't even happened yet, and this bullshit is already happening. If anything else happens, we'll cover it, we'll talk about it, but that is all that there is right now with the small VTuber Awards.
I mean, if we want to laugh at one more person who's claiming that they're a small VTuber, we can. Let's see, can I find the tweet again? Was it posted in our server or was it posted in TVA?
There's a chance it could have been posted in both places. If you have enough to save 1 year with no income, sure, try half a year content creation to see how it goes. I agree.
It's like, it was the one person who was saying she's a small VTuber, but she averages like 300 viewers.
It's just like, okay, we have to figure out what a quote-unquote small VTuber is. If people are saying the metric is if you make enough money to live, well, honey, that is a revolving door that goes up and down with the economy, and I don't feel like that's good enough. So, I don't know. Ow.
You can keep yapping while I look. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay. The only, well, not the only, The other VTuber award drama that we have, you can veto this if you want. This one was kind of funny. Was the Black VTuber Awards, which has, and I want to preface this, chat. The only reason why I thought this was interesting to talk about
because it started a race war.
It started a race war between only Black people, and
they're fighting over who's Black enough.
Oh, here you go. I found it.
Okay, well, we'll pause here real quick. Oh, I remember seeing this one. I remember seeing this one here. All right, here I'll open this up. Here we go. Missed my shot at the Small VTuber Awards last year. Fast forward a year and I'm still a fucking nobody, but I hit 10K a couple weeks ago, which disqualifies me from being nominated, but obviously I'm not a fucking big VTuber, so like IDK, cool. Did she mention what her... I don't want to scroll too much.
This is the one I was talking about, though.
Oh, was this one the one you were talking about? Oh, there you go.
I like how she's like, I'm not a big VTuber, and she gets 326 average viewers.
Penny, you're big...
I forget, what side is that?
Fuck, hold on, what was it? Let me see if I can find the site again. Let's see, Twitch viewer stats.
Twitch tracker.
Twitch tracker, yep.
I'm trying to see if I can find an answer of what the average Twitch streamer's CCV is. But chat, most Twitch stream, like out of the entire, not just VTubers, the entire pool of VTubers and streamers don't make it past 10 viewers. If you make it past 10 viewers, you are astronomically better off than everybody else. So...
Well, I'm 0.3 viewers away. We're getting there, chat.
My average viewers right now is 14.5.
Yeah, Lumi's climbing. Is great. That's absolutely a fantastic. So Lumi is climbing here. But like, if you're hitting 300 and it's like, if that's your CCV, meaning that you're consistently getting somewhere in that ballpark range, you're not small, okay? Like, I don't know if your metric for big is surviving, but you're not small. See, like, statistics wise, you are way bigger than a lot of other streamers. You might even be in the top, I don't know what the top 10% fall off would be, but you're probably in the top 10%. So wham, stop whining about it.
Oh, I just refreshed her Twitch tracker page. And I don't know what she did recently for her streams, but her average viewers just jumped up to 651.
Oh! Wow, so you doubled it! Saying you're a fucking nobody. Well, hold on a moment. Let's see. She just said that she hit 10,000. Okay. So, what was it? 600? Let's say 600 is what percent of 10K? So 6% of her total followers watch her. That's a pretty damn good conversion, in my personal opinion. We're saying 1% is good. She has 6% of her total follower base that watches her.
Oh, that's why her viewership is so large. She does ASMR streams.
Oh my gosh! All right.
ASMR is weird. I don't understand why people watch so much of it. It's no hate to people that do ASMR. I don't understand your content and why it's so popular.
It's not my thing, but...
It's the same thing why I don't understand why some, like, random stolen content above a Subway Surfers video does, like, gangbusters. I just don't get it.
That's just because it's little kids. That's just little kids who can't focus.
Oh, and to bring some life into all of your lives really quick, apparently they are now making RGB tit implants. So,
what?
If you want your titties to light up, that'll be a thing very shortly.
I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't wish implants on any woman, because
I don't know how they work, but apparently if you squeeze them, they light up, and then you can connect Bluetooth them to your phone and change the colors. And they're not like inserts, they're actual implants, so.
I'm just...
Could you imagine being one of those people that tries to get fresh with somebody like out in public and all of a sudden her tits just light up on the dance floor?
What
do you do with that?
I need to ask Ari to draw something for me now.
No light up titty implant, Akko, please.
No, not for the model, just like as an art piece. Oh
One
my
of the first
gosh.
replies is giving the term headlights a whole new meaning.
Probably charge up. No, see, chat, my thought process here. Alright, you got your bare titty. And right below the breast is a USB-C port. No idea how useful that is. A bra I could understand. No, these are supposed to like go inside your body, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are actual implants.
Like, these aren't like inserts for your bra, okay? These go like they surgically remove
Under the skin.
under the skin and stick them up in there. All right. How do you charge that? Does it say anything about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Here's the thing, you might not need to. Because I think a lot of people don't understand like just how long LEDs last. So whatever's in here is probably something either LED based or worse than that. Because you can make LEDs last a lifetime. Here's a question, because if you lay on them, they can turn on. What happens when you die?
I was about to say.
Say like they were turned on when you died. Does somebody in your family have to feel you up in order to turn them off before they put you in the casket?
I was thinking even worse. Imagine you're at somebody's eulogy and they somehow turn on while somebody's talking about how amazing you were in life. And then like you're giving your eulogy, and
grandma's titties
and
just
grandma's
light up.
titties just start lighting up.
No.
And like you don't know because you're giving your eulogy. You're all sad. She's like, she was the greatest fucking woman in the world. She brought me up in a world of pain. And nobody's looking at you. They're looking right like behind you. Like everybody's head is looking a little bit behind you.
You can just see a light glowing from the coffin.
And you're like, oh fucking damn it! I can't believe those things still work. What would you do? What would you do?
The poor mortician seeing that go off. Imagine you don't warn the mortician about it. Like, how do you and they don't know what this is, and all of a sudden they just see the body's tits light up bright from like inside the cooler or whatever.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
All right, chat. Real question. Press 1 if you would get them. Press 2 if you would not get them. All right, I need to know. Both chats right now, no poll. 1 if you would, 2 if you wouldn't. I just need to know.
I'm saying 2 because somebody in the chat brought up battery fires.
Oh gosh, no!
I'm going with a 2.
Grandma's having a party in the car. Listen, chat, after the eulogy, we're having a disco party, alright? And Grandma's invited.
I just really want to know, like, who in the family has to turn them off. Like, imagine her husband is dead.
That's even worse.
So, are we, like, playing rock, paper, scissors for who has to feel up Grandma?
Oh.
Oh, and if you want another fun discussion, apparently this actually has to tie in with what we talked about yesterday. All the kids that like the game Omori are freaking out because the manga came out in Japan and it's full of a bunch of shotas and lolis. And apparently they didn't realize that the creator was a shotokan. So they're trying to like age up all the characters and do like I fixed it artwork.
Oh.
I mean, what, the manga writer is a shotokan and the game creator is a lolicon.
Yeah.
So
and people are mad.
That was some foresight. Hindsight's 2020, chat. I don't know what they were expecting. Like, okay, At this point, are people actually just exceptional individuals, or are they just like pretending that it just doesn't exist, or are they just pretending that they'll never see it? Because what? I don't know what to think there. Like every time, every single time, whether it's fucking Blue Archive, this Omari game, like it always happens. People get into it, then oops, there's a bunch of lollies in it, or suggestive content. It's like, well, I never liked that. Yes, you did.
You know, I'm sure this is an artwork that's been done before, but we should just get, well, specifically for us, when all of the new art is done, we should just get a cereal box with the 3 of our stuff on it, like of our models on it.
Yeah.
Just have it say, oops, all lollies, and it's just our lolly art.
So, which one of you are buying the designer V Shoujo bikinis?
Oh, that's right.
What?
Those are coming out. I saw those.
Yeah, here, I will post in the chat so Lumi can also see.
And I don't want to.
They didn't look bad.
The Iron Mouse one is $102.
I sit in blissful ignorance for a reason.
Why is the Iron Mouse one $102 and everybody else is that like?
No, Melody's first one is $32. Iron Mouse's is $102. And then the other Melody and Iron Mouse ones are $52 each, and they're just bog standard bikinis.
Do you think I could show these on stream? Because I want chat's opinion.
And no.
No.
I would not.
Yeah.
The hips of the second 2 images would get us banned so fucking quick.
Yeah.
But also,
Those are
But they're
really
real girls,
good-looking
though.
models.
They're real people.
we're not risking it.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, don't forget, Iron Mouse is the face of VShojo, the one bringing in the most amount of money. Everyone's favorite, and whenever you think of VShojo, the first thing you think of is Iron Mouse.
VShojo,
And it's like,
like...
it's very obvious who their favorite is.
Mm-hmm.
So of course she's gonna get the more detailed bikini.
You wanna know
or
what?
swimwear or whatever.
You
I
wanna
like
know...
how she gets a super detailed one for her second one, and then Melody gets like a worse one. Which, by the way, I don't understand why her worse one or whatever is $32 when the bog standard bikinis are $50. Because her quote unquote worse one looks way more detailed than that.
Yeah, that's why
like
I'm
it's
confused.
got a lot more straps and shit going on.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm looking at it.
Already uses, yeah.
The first one, which is like her normal model hentai look, that one looks way nicer. Like, I could see myself rocking that.
If I was thinner, I would wear it.
Yeah, I don't know. You wanna know what's the most depressing about this, though? No fruit one. Fruit does not have one.
Good, she doesn't deserve one.
No, she probably doesn't. Is she doing anything recently? I saw she did that thing where she doxed her face. Although it's probably already out there, so probably doesn't matter, but like I saw that she did that.
I don't know. They have her blocked.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or actually, no, muted, because blocks, you know, kill my engagement.
Yeah, that's true. I don't block anybody. I just mute people. Makes them very mad. Sometimes I look at the people that I mute, they still try to at me. It's kind of funny. Anyway. The Black VTuber Awards chat was something that I think was conceived back in February, I want to say. This has been in production for quite a long time. And the individual that was in charge of it did the thing. From what I understand, I believe that they all had fun. I didn't really pay attention to the show when it was happening. I do remember somebody tagged me in a photo on Discord saying rainbow tits, because one of the models, and it might have been the main person, had like rainbow spray coming out of their chest. Granted that I don't understand it, but you know, it's whatever. But anyway, the thing comes and goes. And now, as Mizu said, there is basically a race war going on. I have zoomed in on the photo here because this VTuber has decided to share their face and their parents' faces. And even though they have put this information out there on the internet, I do not want to perpetuate this information being out there, so I have zoomed in so that you do not see their faces. Obviously, I can't stop you from seeking it out, but I don't want to show it on YouTube because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me either. But basically, from what I understand, a lot of people started getting upset because apparently she was not black enough for them. And, I don't understand that. I don't understand. I don't understand what goes into that, okay? I wouldn't consider myself a mutt. I am mostly Italian here, okay? But I am white, okay? Tanned, maybe. And I don't really understand the whole not black enough because I've never really looked at it like that. But this whole thing like spawned when they ended up having to make this tweet. Lumi, would you read this? Oh shoot, here, let me...
Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, let me...
You're not even sharing screen.
Let me redo that. There you go.
Yeah. Hi, I was hesitant to post this, so I'll try to keep this short. It's come to my attention that some folks were unhappy with the Black VTuber Awards being hosted by a half-white person. Yes, these are my parents and this is me. I'm proud of both sides of my family. My mom, who is one of my biggest heroes, has always taught me to embrace all aspects of myself. I've only ever tried to do positive things for the communities I'm a part of. And I'm really happy with how the awards went yesterday, despite the scuff here and there. But I must say, it's very disheartening to be ridiculed for something I have literally no control over by folks who I only ever wanted to give a spotlight to, so they can get the flowers they deserve. Regardless of this, I'm looking forward to the awards for next year. But all I ask is please be kinder to each other. It's difficult enough as it is getting the praise we deserve from outside our community. Thank you all again for the support of the show.
Okay. By the way, the chat, there's a lot of tweets in a thread that we have made talking about this. I really don't want to look at all of them because a lot of them are just like a lot of it is just people like ragging on each other, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it because again, I guess I just don't see race like that where it's just like I see everybody equally. I already kind of had a problem with the Black VTuber Awards because in a way, well, not even in a way, that is segregation of its own kind, and I knew that it would spawn drama, and the drama that I saw being spawned, not necessarily in this way, was that people that weren't black enough to them or black at all would somehow get in. And now we have that drama where literally the person who put on the show is not black enough for Black Twitter. How does that work? I don't get it. Like, this person this person spent a lot of time working on this event for multiple months. Again, I believe that they announced it back in February. I could be wrong on the month. But they spent a lot of time working on this event. It went out without a hitch. And only because they decided to show a picture of their parents and say, I'm very proud of where I come from and how I got this together, people are shitting on them for being half white. And again, like, it's not like you can control that. You can't control. It's not like you can ask God, hey, make sure that I'm born with only black parents or only white parents. No, that's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I've always like had. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just hurt by this because it's just like when I saw this I was like, okay, this is segregation and that is kind of racist, but you know what, they can have their own thing, they can enjoy themselves and, you know, do whatever. But now they're eating their own again, and it's just like, what's up here? You know what I mean? I'm just so bizarrely hurt by this. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Twitter, or yes, chat. I know. phrasing. That's not what I meant, and you know it.
That's what I meant.
Man, you didn't even bring out the bigotry baton for this.
I know, I need to grab it from Mizu. But like, I guess I don't even want to say I should have seen this coming, but like, I guess I just expected that if a whole group of people wanted to put together their own event, that they wouldn't like be like this. I mean, did any of you expect this to happen?
What, the infighting?
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I just didn't expect it to happen.
I'm sorry, it happens in real life a lot. I was expecting a little bit of drama, not like anything to blow up like crazy, but then I started seeing the clips and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like, apparently when she was doing like the award show and stuff, she does, I don't know exactly what kind of content that she does, but she apparently has toggles to do extendo breasts and leaking from her titties.
I saw that. It was...
And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Turn off your toggles, please, when you do something serious.
Was that like, so was that intentional?
Oh, the rainbow titties.
The rainbow titties,
The rainbow
yeah.
titty milk.
Titties.
The rainbow titty milk. It opens up a lot of questions.
Yeah.
What if we have a canceled VTuber award to make Underthetea the host of it? Oh my god, that would be
Dude.
fun.
Oh, I
Just
would
get
love
all
to
the
run
VTubers
that.
Have been canceled over the years and be like, okay, who's the most controversial one?
The only thing...
No, I feel like we'd have to be careful about getting people that actually did wrong things.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't include
Well, no.
actual bad people. Like, all of the predators can stay the fuck away, obviously. We grab people that were canceled for stupid shit that don't deserve it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like Ryan. Pretty sure he's a good person, so, you know, he's fine. He's just autistic. So, you know, he would be somebody that would be in the running. So... But, like... I don't understand, and like the thing that's crazy is after this goes out, a couple of people come out and say, I feel like I was only chosen to do this because I was black, and it's just like,
yeah.
You think? Like this artist right here, I have this pulled up here. I want to make sure that I get, I'll go ahead and stream this again. But this artist here, Semyon...
You can just leave this up so you don't have to pull it up every time.
I know, if I have to hide it though for whatever reason, yeah, I'll just leave it up. We're almost done anyway. This Semyon Igma person, writes this, there are a couple different images here, but they write this tweet longer, basically saying, I feel like I was only chosen for this to do this because one, I could draw, and two, I'm black, and it's like, what did you expect? You're in a segregated event where only black people can participate. They're gonna obviously look for somebody that's black to draw for them. It's I don't know. I wanted to read through it though. Mizu, would you read through this? I don't think I got you to read anything tonight.
No.
Okay. Do you want me to read it, Mizu? I can read it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't like me being serious for a minute, I get it. Just ignore this. I know this may upset people, but to keep this from happening again to me or to anyone in my position, I'll go ahead and state my feelings on the Black VTuber Award. This is not to say the awards were all bad. Again, this is the first one, and considering that this was an amazing thing to do. It was also not easy to organize. I get that. Many amazing people worked really hard to bring us this amazing event. However, I still want to tell how I felt about how I was treated. If this means I'm never included again, I understand. First of all, despite my art being decent, I feel like I was included to fill a slot, not because I actually deserve to be there. Like, we need another artist we need another artist VTuber who is black. Oh wait, semi-draws, right? I'm sure that's not the thought process, but certainly feels like it. the other art VTubers got to showcase art. I didn't even know I should have provided that. I was just given a DM, hey, send us a video. You don't even need to edit. So I did. The big issue I have is actually how I was treated during the ceremony. Like I was an afterthought, filler. If I knew clips were needed, I would have provided a clip that would actually showcase my personality or art. What was shown was a boring half of a clip that wasn't even funny, but I'm guessing everyone got the same message. So artists, I guess, just included art on their own. I wish I knew I could do that. When I was first told I was going to be an interview, it would have given me a chance to clear things up. Please understand my interactions with the Black VTubing space is kind of weird, so some forget I'm Black despite me not hiding it. So when these things come around, I'm often left out. I'm not known as a Black artist despite being Black and having no problem drawing Black features. Not to say I don't interact with any Black VTubers, I obviously do. But going from ignored to being in an awards show is very jarring. And maybe the other nominees who are more included in the Black VTuber space talk to each other, and that's how they knew to provide more stuff. I don't like to bother people, so it never occurred to me to ask anyone. Sorry. I didn't want to come off as undermining anyone either. Maybe in the future be a bit more clear as to what every nominee needs to showcase why they're in each category. Let the nominee know what to provide if the person organizing is too busy to sift through information and media. If they are like in a singing category, have a clip of them singing. If art, then a clip of them drawing or the art outright. Gaming, show them doing a really good game move, stuff like that. That way you don't end up with an artist being in a category but being treated like some rando that's just there and no one knows why. I was a if you know, then you know kind of person. If you knew I was an artist, it makes sense. If you looked at the show, you'd have no idea what I even drew. No, you have no idea what I even draw. You can assume I drew my own model, but that's about it. Anyway, that's pretty much all my feelings on it. I know everyone had their own experiences, and this was mine. Not the worst, but not really great either. I honestly wouldn't be offended if I was never invited to something like this again. Please give chances to people that actually deserve the spots.
Damn.
I mean, it's like, I didn't look too much into the awards thing because, you know, not my thing to really get into.
It's not our thing, chat.
If it's as bad as you know, she's describing and stuff, then I get it. And also, yeah, first year doing the show, hopefully the person gets some help for next year. But I don't know. It's like you would kind of think that you would need to provide maybe something if they're asking for a clip rather than like, you know, a live talking about or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think the problem that I constantly keep coming back to is when you're thinking of something specifically in race, even if you're not trying to be racist, a lot of this just feels racist to me. And it's kind of unfortunate and sad because I don't think that the event organizer came at it from that. At least not in the way that I feel like some people feel it was portrayed. But I definitely feel like this person was left behind and felt like they were only chosen because, oh, you're Black and you can draw, right? Like, damn. That would really suck to hear. I have absolutely no idea how I would feel if somebody said something like that to me. And I feel really bad that this artist feels like that was their experience. And I honestly hope that I hope they got apologized to, because that just sucks. And there was a lot more, honestly. I really just wanted to pick a couple of these examples because, again, there's a lot of them. A lot of people just upset at each other. But the one person that the other person I felt like that was important to highlight was Static Tokyo, who I like. I don't think he likes me. From previous clips of things I've said, you know, that's okay. I still think he's cool. And he basically said, I think everybody handled the situation wrong, for lack of the better word. Speaking of the VTuber awards, somebody that is has blocked us makes a post, and he says, if I make a video about the Black VTuber awards, I'm gonna say it now, nobody will like me. I'm disappointed in the community and how everyone moves. And I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. He would also say there's a right way to do this, and it doesn't seem like it happened. So I don't know.
It's like I personally enjoy Static Tokyo as a content creator because he doesn't let one side of an argument influence him on shit. It's like he tells it how he sees it from his point of view and stuff. And it's like, hell, even with some, like, you know, some certain subjects that did come up and stuff, it's like he is probably one of the more true, like, neutral people in the space that doesn't let, you know, people push him around and shit.
Yeah.
Because hell, he just did a video covering like a couple people that he knew that it was relationship drama that was posted all over Twitter, and he's like, okay, I want to talk about this, but then people were telling him, no, don't, shut up, blah blah blah, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll give him that. I respect him for that.
Yeah, I definitely think he's very respectable, and how he goes, he's very very thoughtful with what he does. So yeah, like, if he's saying that basically, then I think I don't know, I hope people listen, or like, again, maybe just like, instead of trying to segregate it yourself to a singular group of people, like, again, I understand that the world has issues, but like, I don't feel like this is the right way of going through it, because all I feel like that the only thing I can see when you try and put yourself in a box is, oh, I'm known for being black, and that's like, there's more to you than that, man. And I feel like, sorry, go ahead.
They hosted a Twitter space after the Black VTuber Awards. It was about like 2 hours long. Hell, maybe for our first members only thing, we can all sit and listen to the Twitter space together.
I'm fine with that.
And then release it. Like, what was the time, like, the time gate that we're having for it?
I don't think we really figured out a solid thing, but a couple weeks to a month, maybe.
I would probably say, like, after a month it goes public, because then, like, you know, since memberships are a monthly reoccurring payment, at least have stuff exclusive for a month. That's and fair.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. What do you think, Mizu?
Yeah, no, I'm about the same.
Yeah. We haven't decided the date that we're going to do our first one, but I feel like we can do it as an extra stream, maybe on a Friday or Saturday. I don't know, when you guys are free, that we can do it. And yeah, I'd be down to react and sit down and listen to that. But I don't really know what else to say other than just, come on now. You're more than just your skin color. Obviously. Only a racist person would segregate you to your skin color. So, like, why are you putting yourself in a box? Like, it just hurts to see, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know.
I was trying to find some maybe more interesting stuff to also bring up from the twatters, but everybody's just talking about the presidential debate.
Yeah, that's really gonna be the only thing that people.
That's really all that's going on right now.
Yeah. The only other thing that I wanted to talk about, well, there were a few things this week, chat. Again, there was a lot of stuff. We had to kind of pick and choose some stuff because there was so much. We were going to talk about VC, but TLDR VC hired a bunch of minors and didn't know how to manage their corporation. Maybe the owner is a minor himself because he talks like a child multiple times. We don't know. but it was horribly mismanaged, and now the entire thing is basically dissolved. I believe Rima made a video on it. If you want to go watch Rima cover it, but that's VC. And then Rena, not Rima, but Rena, who is a Loli vampire, and I'll be quick on this one too because, yeah, I'll just be quick on this one. Rena, who was a partner for about a year, she was banned off Twitch, which is very sad. And unfortunately, she doesn't really know the reason, because obviously when Twitch, as we know with people like Dr. Disrespect, when you get banned off of Twitch, they don't often tell you, and they didn't really tell her, and there was a lot of smoke and mirrors around that. Some people suspect that there was a bunch of mass targeting or reporting, because a lot of people were alleging that she joked about doxing people. Nobody's been able to produce a clip of that for me. I've asked multiple people that like her, because I know a couple people that I talked to. All those people say that either this clip doesn't exist, or it was a silly joke that nobody understood the context from. So until I see a clip for that, I really don't feel like I could give an opinion on that. But I feel like she was kind of unfairly banned, again, because she's a loli and a VTuber. And as we discussed with Legal Mindset last week, VTubers are unfairly treated on Twitch. And it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's like it's that, and I think it could be because people have been targeting her for months at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Another drama VTuber has been targeting her for fucking months.
Wait, drama VTuber?
Yeah, it's a drama VTuber that's been going after her. Hold on here. Let me see if I can find their
Who is
shit
it?
on it.
She's also autistic? Well, now I identify with her on a personal level.
It's like, I honestly didn't know this person was a drama VTuber until the small Lola stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I seen them come across my YouTube page, I'm like, hold on, this person seems familiar. And then I was like, oh, it's this bitch again.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
And now
Also, I missed it when it popped up, but somebody in my chat said it feels like the most acceptable black person awards.
It makes it feel even like again, like even talking about the whole thing, I just feel grimy, because it's like I don't know, how do you like resolve in your head that it just hurts, you know? I don't really.
All right, it is this person.
So what is it about this person again?
This is a VTuber drama channel.
That is the one that's been targeting Arena since February.
Why?
Because she's not safe for work lolly.
What, really?
This person's like somewhat popular. How have I never heard of them before?
I've never heard of them either.
Me neither.
Oh, Merriweather follows them. That's interesting. I'm not showing them on screen, but they've been targeting her?
Yeah, they're the one that been
This tiny ass account is being followed by Merriweather.
Merriweather, why are you? I mean, we don't police people that follow, obviously.
Here, they were going after Rena's sponsors and everything.
This might be.
I do think I saw this tweet, actually.
Whoa. Okay, is it alright for me to show this? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, it's on Twitter, so it's fine.
Arendelle, what the fuck? I don't usually do this at Twitch support. At Twitch support. Okay, people wanted me to name and shame 200 viewers saying they want to F little girls. That's disgusting. Thanks to Rena, Lucifer, up to everyone what they do, but I reported. I appreciate any help kicking this kind of BS out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! And VTuber community. What the hell? By the way, chat, I looked at the quote-unquote little girl shit that they're talking about. It's just a Loli fucking smasher pass-esque stream. Yep. Okay? Like, literally, the most milquetoast shit possible. They're not real, alright? As far as I know, Rena is a cool... Rena just finished college, actually. Twitch paid for her college, so she's out of college now. She can go start her life. But, like... Where do you get the gall? Gotta stand up for what I think is right. Where do you get the gall to say this? By the way, this is targeted harassment, chat. This is a bannable offense to target harassment towards somebody when they haven't broken any laws. They haven't like hurt anybody. All they've done is talk about fictional characters, and you're upset about that. Oh man. Like,
I just... Why can't you guys just leave people alone?
Like, again, targeted harassment. Merryweather, what are you doing? This is the kind of person you avoid.
If it was like a bigger account, but he's following a Twitter that has like 1K followers, and all their like main content is just like targeting somebody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna scroll their Twitter. That's dangerous. But like, what the hell?
I mean, hey, for our next
oh, they live in Australia. You know what?
Reaction, we can listen to her covering the Rena stuff and then tear that apart.
I'm gonna be honest. I understand. No, I don't think it's right. But chat, it's because she's Australian. Because she's Australian. No, you laugh, but literally, Lolicon is against the law in Australia.
I mean, everything VGen is illegal in Australia. You can't buy the coffin of Andy and Lele in Australia.
Yeah, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying it's right, chat, but that's the justification I see. This person lives in Australia, and because of Australia's archaic Dumbo laws, she probably feels empowered to be a bully and target harassment.
So that doesn't make too much sense as an excuse, because I think a lot of people don't realize the Australian law says if the character's canonical age is underage, it is considered not safe for work of a minor. So it doesn't matter if it's a lolly. It is almost all anime girls fall under Australia's law.
Man, this is so gross. Where people are saying
if it takes place in a high school, it's banned.
I need to smuggle my artist out of Australia ASAP.
Yeah.
I gotta get her a green card and then marry her for a little bit, and then divorce.
What do you get with you?
Hey, anything to help out my artist Ham, because she's literally the best.
There you go. There you go. She better draw like art of Lumi and Hiroshi then. At a wedding, a fake wedding, and then getting divorced in Japan.
I mean, it was funny when me and my boyfriend got our characters in Final Fantasy XIV married. She drew art of our mine and his character.
Yeah,
it was so cute.
That's awesome. I just like how she's like celebrating. We're in the band club together. Oh my gosh. Like, chat, I understand that we clown on people sometimes, but what kind of gay ops is this? This is so dumb. I just...
Oh, not safe for work lolly is illegal. Normal lolly is not illegal. And also, I'm bad at pronouncing things, so I'm just gonna call you Sing. My friend who literally tried to buy the coffin of Andy and Lele off of Steam, it's not on the Australian Steam shop. So it's like, unless you're buying it on another site or have your Steam located somewhere else, yeah, she can't buy it from Steam.
Yeah. She's a cop bunny that calls her chat delinquents. Oh my gosh. How have I never seen this person before? Like, I mean, like, to be fair, I was told about a VTuber who speaks only Spanish and does the news in Spanish. That I can understand not knowing, because when there's a language separation, more often than not, the algorithm separates you from that person. But this person, I am surprised I haven't seen them. I love it. Their about section on YouTube says making content about sus, cringe, and gaming. Oh my gosh. Like, they have 14,000 followers and are verified on Twitch. So they're a partner on Twitch. Wow. Oh man, this is interesting. You know what? I am gonna put this person on the back burner because that is interesting.
Yeah,
we'll
cover it later.
That is interesting. Boop, you are now in the...
I think we've reached about the end of what all we can cover without stretching it.
Oh no, I 100% agree. I didn't expect the Rena stuff to go on as long as it did. All I really wanted to say is I believe Rena was unfairly banned. I believe that the people that reported her are dumb and gay. Ironically, or unironically, I don't know which. It's too late. And it's sad. I mean, I know that she was definitely sad. I asked her if she wanted to talk about it, and she said she just needed some time. So obviously I respect that, and I hope that she gets better. I know that right now she's doing better. She's spending time with family, but man. Anyway,
I just find it very unfair. A lot of these sites can nuke you from orbit.
Yeah.
That's...
Look at those Patreon tiers.
Oh dear. Let me look here. Extra deli support, all access support patron, and VIP patron here. Yeah. It's public, so it's fine. Is there more tiers?
Yeah.
There is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at this. Extra deli. It's $3 is the cheapest, and the most expensive here, $100. Okay.
On the $100, I'm gonna say this just for all people, for any VTuber that wants to like take advice from these tiers, don't ever offer a tier where people can message you or people get guaranteed private messages from you. That is encouraging the worst parasocial people.
Yeah. Not to offer advice to somebody that I definitely don't like now, but that's not a good idea. Even though you say nothing sexual here, you're gonna get weirdos. Just saying. Just saying. Probably a bad idea.
Anyways, we're good, chat. We're probably gonna call it there.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else for tonight. I'm still...
Again, thank you to IU for showing up.
Yes, we deeply appreciate it.
I'm gonna post their account in the chat again.
Thank you. I am still surfing for my ending song here. It's not gonna be copyrighted though. Don't worry. Now that we've actually got monetization, we got to be a little bit more careful, chat. So, but yes, thank you everybody for coming tonight. Again, big thank you to Jedi for the 5 and Winter Dragon for becoming a member. By the way, chat, if you don't know already, we have memberships available for you. If you want to join them, you'll get early access to streams, emotes that you can spam in the chat as much as you want. There's no limit on the spam that you can do, as well as shoutouts and priorities in chat, because we can see your name there, and you get priority in the comments, so to speak. What are you guys doing tomorrow? I know that Mizu's doing something.
I'm ignoring everybody.
That's right, chat. Tomorrow is Dawn Trail. I will be streaming tomorrow as soon as I wake up. It goes live in about 4 hours. So, if you watch me play Dawn Trail, you will get a mount because they have like viewer rewards on for people. So that's cool. Mizu, what are you doing tomorrow?
I am playing Grand Chase all day with Father Dama, who I played with the other day. So those of you who were at my stream the other day probably saw them. We will continue playing tomorrow.
Fun.
I am not going to be doing shit on my side tomorrow. The only thing that I'm doing on Saturday is Archcast because he drags me on by the fence. I have no choice in the matter. And then I'm going to be dead probably until Monday.
Until Monday. You think you'll finish it by then?
Oh, I know I'm going to finish it by then.
Damn.
Hey, as soon as the weekend hits, I don't have to work. It's going to be non-stop fucking playing.
Yeah. That's insane. I mean, hey, if you can get it done, great. My plan, by the way, chat, if you're interested, my plan is to level up Pictomancer because Pictomancer is one of the new classes, and I'm going to be leveling it up and then doing the MSQ. I don't know if Mizu is going to get to Dawn Trail by the time I actually get there, but I will be starting the story then at that point.
I will probably be a good bit behind. I haven't even started Endwalker yet, chat. I mean, I have, but not like properly.
Right.
We only just got to Charlia.
Right. Well, that's about it. Chat, unfortunately, I don't have like a quote-unquote outro song. I did not get to choose a good one tonight. It's a lot harder when you have to choose non-copyrighted content. But we'll leave you out on this lo-fi music. By the way, this lo-fi music from Bits and Hits should be in the description if you want to listen to it yourself. It's good music and it is also copyright free. So that's about it from me and from both of you. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and we will see ya when we see ya. Have a good one.
Night, chat.